Now at number 2, I mean, I feel like it's one of those things where either people are sitting here like, wait, why haven't you said a certain name yet? And then also are like, so which one of them is going to be the crazy one to put him at 2 instead of 1? I don't think
Yeah,
either of them are. So I'm going to
yeah.
send it to you here, Toby, for your number 2 pick in this
All
Ballon
right.
d'Or most likelies list.
I don't know if whoever is watching at home, I don't know if you remember. I kind of said my number 2 and number 3 were interchangeable, and it depends on like how you add external factors into it. So yeah, my number 2 is gonna be the young superstar out of Barcelona. It's gonna be Lamine Yamal. The 18-year-old is I want to say the best player in the world in terms of eye test, the one that people want to see the most. I think if like all the football players were like YouTube channels, Lamine Yamal will have the most views. That's the way I think about him. I think the reason why I have him so high up, and I agree in terms of numbers, his numbers aren't there in comparison to like Rafinha and Mohamed Salah. These guys definitely have those numbers on him. But I added more factors when I make my decision. I appreciate you wanting to be streamlined and being able to go down to the numbers, and that's definitely a good point. But I guess when I think about it, I take away my personal feelings, and I also think about what people would choose. And unfortunately, a lot of the world is politics, and it goes into every single decision in terms of like who's going to be the leader, who's going to be the new coach, who's going to be the new sporting director, who's going to be the captain of the team. A lot of internal politics in between people are going into it. And the thing about Lamine Yamal is that he has that global appeal right now that is very, very hard to ignore. I'm 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 kind of I already made a decision a while ago when Lamine Yamal started having those Ballon d'Or shouts that he's not it for me because he's just not there yet. But and the thing that helped me say that is because whoever the guy I'm going to mention it first, he's there. He's there right now, and he gives me a very good argument to go for him. But if he wasn't there, if he didn't win as much as he did, if he didn't get the Champions League, I would be going for Lamine Yamal as my Ballon d'Or begrudgingly, or I would have changed my mind and been like, no, Rafinha has to win it over him. But because I know this other guy is there, I'm gonna give Lamine Yamal the respect that he deserves in terms of like football right now. Some people call it robotic in the way we play, but he adds something else in the sense that like he comes into the game and wants to get that goal, get that assist. He has a lot of confidence, but I fear, well, not that I fear, I hope that it doesn't go into the space of like overconfidence or audacity in a negative way. And some people are trying to paint that on socials. I'm not there yet personally. I think he just wants to execute well. But Lamine Yamal definitely has the world at his feet. He's the best young talent. He probably should be the one to win the Copa, which would be the junior Ballon d'Or. I don't know if you're allowed to be in both competitions. I'm not sure. But if you are allowed, he's clearly the best young player on the planet. No one can argue that at all because the ability to execute the things that he tries and he keeps doing them on that consistent level, especially when he cuts it on his left foot and goes for that shot. We all know that shot, and he keeps scoring it. And it's like, wow, who is this guy? He already won the Golden Boy. So yeah, thank you to the producer for backing me up right there. And like, and I think you can still be in the Golden Boy category still at 21, 22. If we can I don't know if they allow it to be in both competitions. I don't know if that's a previous Golden Ball he already won or this year's one that goes alongside the Ballon d'Or. But he can win a lot of awards, individual awards over the course of the years. I just think he needs to take his output up to a new level and probably add more professionalism to his game in terms of being a leader in the team. And I think we have an all-timer right there.
I think, yeah, he is their safety valve, isn't he? Like that's what he
Yeah.
is for this Barca team. And when you're 17 years old playing for Barcelona, which is what it was for him last year, he turned
Uh-huh.
18 after the season. So this is a season of a 17-year-old.
Yeah.
You're 17 years old. You're like half the age of some people playing in La Liga, and you are the safety
Absolutely.
valve for the best team in the league. Like that's stupid. Like in a good
Scary.
way, stupid,
It's
right?
scary for the league.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I do hear everything with the pick. And when it comes down to that eye test, right? Like at the end of the day, the Ballon d'Or should go to the best player in the world, right? So that's why he's on the list for me, but I still see a couple guys fitting in above him. And the next one that I see fitting in above him before I think we have a unanimous first overall selection on this most likely list here. I have Mohamed Salah at number 2 on my list. Now let me get on the soapbox, which is something that I never thought I'd say about a Liverpool player. Hop on the soapbox real quick, because the Buffalo Bills fan in me cannot stand for the slander of, oh, well, they made the Premier League season boring. Yeah, because he was that good. Okay. Just we are not criticizing a person for being good at the sport that they play because they made it boring. I'm sorry that them winning was boring, but it probably should be, right? It's like the New England Patriots always had this thing on their whiteboard. Julian Edelman wrote one day, winning is fun. Like it is, right? And that's the thing. Like, the fact that there were people actively getting on a pedestal saying, oh, well, recency bias might hurt Mohamed Salah. Yeah, because he didn't have to do anything for the last month of the season because they were doing that well, right? Also, who else on this list in league play and Champions League play, despite the Champions League play being short, produced over a goal per game?